close out 2025, I want to talk about the value of pain. And I think to a lot of seekers, the idea of pain as being associated with something of the light may not always calibrate in a way that hits our understanding deeply. So I want to talk a little bit about the value of our system of duality and how the most painful experiences that you go through, the losses, the grief, the sorrow, the darkness, not knowing where you are or who you are or your purpose, those can be, in my experience, absolutely the most powerful catalyst for deep change, but also momentum. And I want to dive a little bit more deeply into this concept because it's so incredibly freeing. Once we realize that pain is a gift in a certain sense, it's not that we want to inflict pain on others or that we want to be the source of pain for others. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that when we go through painful experiences, when we go through a breakup, a divorce, when we lose somebody, when we're losing even our own health, bankruptcies, global disasters, all of these things, pain and the experience of pain is such a deeply felt physical, emotional, spiritual experience that it can motivate you with an extreme amount of purpose that having everything smooth and easy would not be able to charge you in the same way. I think this is the easiest way for me to explain it. And so think about the times when somebody in your past has doubted you or hurt you, cut you down in some way, or left you. There's that initial shock of that painful experience that is like an undertow. It pulls you into sort of this chasm of darkness. But if you can learn to use this current of darkness to become your motivator, the transformation in these stages is profound. And the best way to teach is always to talk from experience. And in my experience, when I've went through the deepest losses, when I have been left, when things have left my life, those are the moments when I have to challenge myself to make my pain my purpose. So to transmute, to transform that deep, visceral, uncomfortable energy, because it is uncomfortable. That's the other quality of pain. It's extremely uncomfortable. And that gift of how uncomfortable it is that momentum that causes you to want to move to another state as quickly as you possibly can. And so what it does in the emotional body, in the mental body, is you start becoming very creative when you're in a state of pain, because it's something of a deficit. So you're in this state of that vacuum, that emptiness, and there is so much motivation that the individual creates or generates to try to move out of that state. And that energy that we're creating, that pain, causes transformation. And not just small transformations, oftentimes, and we've seen it over and over and over again in history, those individuals that have gone through the most painful circumstances, the greatest number of challenges, end up becoming some of the greatest leaders and world changers due to the element of using their pain for purpose. And the difference between somebody that will get lost in the undertow, lost in that energetic churning and essentially emptiness, not knowing where to go, and the person that can supersede it and transmute it and transform it, is the understanding of the catalyst that it is. And another way to say this is understanding the gift that it is bringing forth towards you. It's taking you out of your comfort zone and moving you into an arena where, or as I like to say it, it's backing you against a corner so tightly that all you can do is transform or give up. There's really two choices when the pain cuts so deep. And so a beautiful transformative skill that you can learn is to identify anytime you're in that pressure cooker, that energy of darkness, sorrow, depression, anger, frustration, loss, grief, all of those turbulent emotions. And then you have this aha moment and you say, okay, I'm swimming in the deep. I'm really sinking in that quicksand of my own mental state, and it's affecting my emotions, it's affecting my interactions, my ability to create. And you look at it from the vantage point of a wise creator, and you ask yourself, how can I harness the energy of darkness and transmute it into the energy that will propel me into that next phase of growth, into that golden age for yourself. And what will happen as you're walking through the fires of pain is you will go through that transformative aspect. The self starts to disintegrate. We have to really look at ourselves. We have to face ourselves in the mirror of pain. And we look at all of the things that are not or are no longer serving us. And especially in that isolated state that often happens when we are in a dark period. I call it the dark mirror. You don't have the benefit often of all of this beautiful, supportive, light energy around you that you wouldn't normally have access to. And as much as this light, amazing, supportive energy is wonderful for our souls as well, it doesn't illuminate what we need to fix in such a poignant and raw way. We can see in this dark mirror all of the things that we try to mask from ourselves, all of those little aspects that aren't quite perfected. And of course, we'll never achieve perfection because in the eternal cycle, there is always something new to create. There is always a new adaptation, a new expansion of consciousness. But it's in this treadmill that we start to see ourselves more clearly. And I'm going to link this also back to self-love, because when you are alone in the darkness of pain, you must learn these lessons on your own. You must learn to pick yourself up, build that character, build that resilience, and become even more of an amazing creature than when everything was just smooth sailing. And so I'm reaching out, I'm making this video for anybody at the closing of this year that is going through a transformation period. If you're feeling isolated, if you're feeling alone, if you're feeling like things just aren't aligning for you, I want to challenge you to use that energy of pain, of frustration, of stuckness, of your back against the wall, to do something to fight for yourself, to take all of that momentum that is bubbling and seething inside of you and transform that very energy, because it's powerful. It's a power. Utilize that power to create something beautiful with your own light and your own energy. And it's often when we are walking through this darkness that we build diligence, that we build a certain level of grit and ability to really stand on our own 2 feet and to know ourselves. Because to know ourselves is to look at the entirety of ourselves. Of course, to celebrate what we see illuminating within us in that light mirror, but also to recognize some of the darker parts in that mirror of darkness. Look at them, face them, move through them, transmit them, and ultimately return back to your purpose in the love and the light. Okay, I'm going to end this video, and I will be making one more, I guess, more positively framed video today on the new meaning of the year and how you can really take this energy and begin to set in motion your purpose, your practice, your patterns, everything that you want to infuse into the coming year. Okay, from my family to yours, a very, very happy new year, and we'll see you in the next video in the new year.